Hello everyone, this is Justin Simmons, DKC Realty Group. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is episode 5 in the How to Buy a Home series. Woo! It's offering time. So, let's talk about offers. This is how we start the process of getting the home that we want. It has two major components. One is price, which typically everyone knows. And the second major component of an offer is terms, which people tend not to know as much about. So we're gonna talk about both. But I gotta give you a quick tidbit about offers. We are still in a very competitive market, strong seller's market. There is limited inventory and there are a lot of people looking to buy, especially if you're here in the Bronx. So, what I've been advising all my clients, and I would advise you in your home search, is if you've seen multiple homes that you like, let's say we saw 5 homes and you really like 3, please do not only put an offer in on your number one option. If there's 3 homes that are a great fit, put offers on all 3. Doesn't cost you anything. If you get all 3 accepted, great. Move forward with the one that you want the most. But a lot of times people are only putting an offer in on their top choice, ignoring the other 2 or however many other homes there are that they're really interested in. You wind up in a bidding war on the house you want, you may lose it, and now the other homes you never had a shot at, they're gone by the time you come back to them. So just give yourself a chance. Now, to these components. First, price. Of course, the seller has their asking price for the home. Some people use it as a baseline when making offers, others don't. There's a lot of factors that go into determining the price you should offer on the house. The main one I would say is your opinion after actually viewing it. But you want to talk to your real estate professional to learn a little bit more about the market and a little bit more about that specific home and how competitive it actually is, or appears to be at least. One of the things I do for all my clients is even before we go see the home, I've done a professional equity assessment report just to get a sense of the home's market value. So I can talk with them intelligently when the time comes for them to put in an offer. You make the decision, we give the advice. That's how it works. Now, if you went to an open house and you saw 60 families there in 2 hours, you know that's a hot property. You might want to start your initial offer, assuming you get a chance to do another one, above the asking price, or at least at it. It's all going to depend on these different factors. How long has the home been on the market? What's the condition of it? Where is it? All those different things. You know what you like the most. You know what you're willing to be comfortable paying. Of course, talk with your real estate professional and your lender as well to see what makes sense in terms of price for you. Okay? Second thing, terms. Not discussed as much, just as important. So, terms are all the little nitty-gritty details of the offer that helps turn it into reality. What are we talking about? Well, first, one term is what type of financing are you using, if you're using financing at all. Are you using an FHA mortgage, conventional, Sony Mae, VA? Different loans have different standards that have to be met. So amongst other things, it can change how long it takes to actually get to closing. It can change the repairs that need to be made by the seller in the home, if any need to be made. It can change the requirements you have to meet as the purchaser, depending on the type of loan you're using. So it's an important term to know. Second thing, your down payment amount. How much is it going to be? 3.5%, 5%, 20%? All depends, right? So a lot of times we don't have the ability to scale our down payment up or down, but if you do, just know that that's another term that you can change. Of course, you're consulting with your lender regarding whether you can increase your down payment amount or lower it. You got to check in both instances. Okay? Third thing, inspections. Are you going to do them? I highly recommend that you do an inspection on any house. Condos and co-ops might be a bit of a different story, but any house I recommend, I don't care if it's brand new or gut renovated or whatever it is, recommend you do that inspection. For your own peace of mind, you want to find out what problems are in the house, because it will have problems ahead of time rather than after you purchased it, made a huge investment and have to deal with it yourself now. Okay? But you do have the right to say that you will not do an inspection. It's up to you. If you are doing an inspection, you can say whether you're going to buy the home as is or you're going to look to request repairs or price reductions afterwards. If you're buying it as is, doesn't mean that the home can be a shell of itself if you're using a standard financing, not talking about renovation loans or anything like that. But if you're using standard financing, there are going to be certain key systems that need to be in place. Talking about a leak-free roof, we're talking about the heat working. Of course, you can check with your attorney to get more details about what exactly has to be functioning for a sale to work as is. But you do have the right to say that you don't want to request any fixes after you do an inspection. It's just for your own peace of mind at that point. Okay? Another thing, we got to talk about this one. Closing costs. Will you be paying them yourself? Or are you looking to finance them on top of the purchase of the home? So, this is a very complicated one. We're going to have a whole separate video about this. We actually have a video about closing costs that you can check out here. But we're going to talk about what's called a seller's concession at another point in time because there's so much to it. But I do want you to be aware of it. You have the option, well, if your lender, if the situation allows, financing allows, you have the option of paying your closing costs altogether, highly recommend, or you can try and finance them. And if you don't need to, I recommend not doing that, especially in a competitive market. Okay? These are just some of the terms that we'll encounter when we're making our offer. You want to sit down with your real estate professional and go over everything in detail, talk with your lender, talk with your attorney if need be, to make sure that you're putting together the strongest offer possible that you're comfortable with, right? Because we're talking about a large investment here for you and your family. We're building legacies. So you want to make sure we get it right. So go over all the details. Your agent will put together the actual offer for you and submit it on your behalf. And they'll let you know if once we get feedback, we'll let you know what that feedback is. Whether the offer is accepted, has it been countered, has it been declined in total, and there's no counter, is there a highest and best? We'll let you know. Okay? Now, that's episode 5. We wrapped it up quick. Episode 6, next week, is called highest and best. If you don't know what that means, don't worry. We'll cover it in detail. I want you to know how to operate in a highest and best situation if it happens to you, because it's been happening to so many of my clients and so many buyers in the marketplace in general, given how competitive it is. In the meantime, more videos. Check it out right over there. You can subscribe to this channel. It's a little icon down in the corner. There's 3 educational real estate videos every week. We don't take any breaks, believe me. And you can follow me across the socials. The hashtag is jsbxhomes. Thank you all for joining me. Episode 5 is done. Feeling good. We moving forward. I look forward to seeing you next week and talking more then. Have a great day. Bye.